persecuted, distressed, we're perplexed in verse 8, but not in despair. That word perplexed means that sometimes it seems like we don't have the resources that we need. Anybody felt like, listen, I just need more help?
Hallelujah.
Look at your neighbor, tell them help is coming.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
Sometimes we feel like, we're just, left without. Sometimes we don't know what's the right move to make. I don't always know what to do. And many of you probably felt that same way at times. You're like, man, I'm not really sure what's my next step. Because I've tried this, that's not working. I've tried that, that's not working. I've gone here and they turned me down. And I went over here, that door didn't seem to be open. And it just seems like, Lord, what is it?
Yes, that's all right.
But there's something about God allowing you to get to that place that you need God to give you the answer.
Yes, sir.
Paul says, even though we're perplexed, we're not in despair. We have not totally thrown in the towel. We're not completely destitute of measures. We know that in the end, God's going to give us the answer.
That's right.
I'm telling you this morning because sometimes people walk with the Lord and they think that somehow I should know everything. I'm walking with God and I should know all the answers. I should know exactly what to do. And God's just going to let the doors fly open. But walking with God is not like that. There's going to be times when you're kind of confused in your mind. And I'm not talking about being a confused person. I'm talking about trying to decide what is the right decision to make. There are some doors that look like that's the right door. That's door A and door B and door C. And you're trying to figure out what is the right door for me to take, and you're not really sure what to do. But yet when we come to that place where we're up against the wall trying to figure out which way to go, God says, listen, don't throw in the towel. Where you just feel hopeless and you just say, forget it. I'm not supposed to do that. They walk with God and things don't go the way they try to say, forget it. Just forget it then. I'm saying, listen, don't say forget it. That's a place of despair. When you realize, listen, I'm done. We're not done.
Amen.
We're not done yet.
Amen.
We're still standing. We're still fighting. We still know that there is a hope. We still know that God's not done yet. God's not through yet. God's got a plan. We're just waiting for Him to execute it. Paul says we're persecuted. When you think about being persecuted, sometimes we have this mindset that, well, that's in the Old Testament. We're persecuted. They were burning folks at the stake or throwing them into the lion's den or, whipping you for being a Christian. But that's not the kind of persecution that we're under yet.
Right.
Yeah, we're through yet. But the concept of being persecuted, it means to be run down. To be pursued in a hostile manner. Don't you dare say, stand up on your job and say, homosexuality is against the Lord. All of your friends that you thought was your friends will turn against you. Not just in a mild way, but in a very hostile way. Don't you dare stand up and say that drinking is not an acceptable behavior with God, because all your friends that you thought was your friend.
That's right.
Will turn on you in a hostile manner. Paul said, I realize something, that when I tell people truth, it's something about the truth that causes people to rise up with anger. It's something about the truth that causes people to get upset with you when it does not agree with their lifestyle. Persecuted. That's the main reason why most people don't stand for God. Because they understand that when you stand for God, you become part of the light. And the Bible says that the world hates the light. They hate the light. Why? Because they love darkness. Because the deeds are evil. So, Pastor, you're just trying to make us feel bad. No, I'm not. I'm trying to give you a reality check.
Amen.
I used to love darkness too. I used to love darkness. I remember talking to the saints in the years past about how my favorite holiday was Halloween. I loved Halloween because I could soak people's windows and steal people's candy and put firecrackers on the porch and knock on the door and let M80s go off and scare people to death. So I love darkness. But when I got saved, God freed me from that and brought me into the light, and I realized that all the people that love darkness no longer liked me, including family members. I remember my sister coming and bringing our daughter to our church. We only been in church about 3 years or 2 years, and she just happened to come at Halloween time. Our Sunday school superintendent at that time was Sophia Shugart. And she had all the kids, and she started talking about how Halloween was against God, and we don't worship demonic holidays.
Right.
My niece was in that class. And when she got home and started telling her mom, I can't watch Buffy the Vampire no more. My sister called me up, and it wasn't nothing nice. She went to cussing. I said, honey, I'm a pastor. You used to celebrate Halloween too. That was your favorite holiday. Yes, that's when I love the darkness. We all celebrate Halloween. Mom had us celebrating Halloween. I said, yeah, we did Ouija boards and everything. That's why I got hooked on drugs. Just because you used to do something doesn't mean it's okay. But let me tell you something. When you come over to the light, the people that are not in the light, they're not going to like you anymore. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Even in the hardest times, God's right there. Even in the darkest hour, God's right there with you. Even when you think God is not there, God is right beside you. Even when you're going through your hardest time, it looks like nobody else is there with you. The Lord is there with you. He might not bring you out instantly, but the Lord will bring you out. We see the story of Joseph. Even when he threw him in the pit, the Lord was in the pit with him. Even when he put him in prison, the Lord was in prison with him. Every step of the way, every time Joseph got into trouble, the Lord was right there, but at the appointed time. Persecuted, but not forsaken, cast down, put in the lower place. No one seems to call you anymore. You're not on the top of the list. You're at the bottom of the list. But no one can stop what God is doing.
Hallelujah.
Forsaken, but not destroyed.
Amen.
Someone do like this. Some folks scared to do it. Say, well, I ain't got no muscle. That's all right. This is power and victory. Power and victory. I don't care how hard it gets. God's power will bring victory to your life. No matter what the struggle, no matter what you're going through, God's power is going to come through for you. Even when it looks like you're level to the ground and no one else is there to help you, God's going to raise you up. God's going to bring you out. God's going to bring you to the fire. You won't even smell like smoke. God is the one that's going to do it for you. I said, Lord, what's going on? God said the people are being influenced by all of the troubles around us. Food wars and school wars and moral wars, financial wars. I was talking to Brother Ricky this morning. I said, let me see those mints that you're giving me. Because they put so much stuff in our food.
Right. Yes. That's true.
They got stuff in our food that just straight out give you cancer.
That's right. Tell the truth, Pastor.
And they know it.
Yep, they do.
There's one for you. One for you. They have medicine that they tell you what help you with a migraine. They give you about 10 seconds to tell you how it helps your migraine. And give you another 2 minutes of all the things it's going to do to you. Kidney failure, your back's going to go out of place, you probably have a heart attack, high blood pressure, blah, blah, blah. But, we can probably help you with that migraine here.